guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath and we're going to just jump right into the video. In order to glow up, you have to grow up. So many times when I am working with clients, I get the question about how to facilitate the perfect glow up. And a glow up, if you're not familiar with the term or the phraseology, it's something I think that actually really got Instagram famous and popular, but it's when you maybe have been either an ugly duckling or you feel that people maybe have perceived you as such, and a lot of your life or a good chunk of it was spent a certain way and you had a glow up. For some people that went to camps when they were younger, maybe they went with braces and then when they went back to school the braces were off, there was a glow up. Glow ups happen after breakups. Glow ups happen at any time in your life, really. But the thing that predicates any glow up is usually a bit of a real look at oneself, taking a hard, quick, sharp look at yourself, and then deciding that you want to shift or change something. And the key for that too is really about doing it quietly. A lot of people do not advertise their glow ups. In fact, it's an unspoken rule, but in order to authenticate, a glow up, usually it's something that other people see happens to you, like, whoa, the glow up is real, or wow, this has happened. This is the world we live in. We put hashtag glow up on our pictures nowadays, but usually it's other people observing. Now, for example, let's talk about Drake when he was on Degrassi versus bearded Drake. A little while ago, him and was it Lil Yachty did a video where they were pretending they were Oprah. Yachty was Oprah and Drake was being interviewed, and he was like, I hadn't realized my full bearded potential, because he alludes to the fact that he's much more handsome now with the beard, and that was his glow up. He went from kind of like concave bird chest Drake to like manly Drake, husky Drake, that we're all like, oh, hey, Drake. I mean, Drake is super talented, but that glow up is real. So that's what an example of a glow up is for anybody that has seen that. Or if you think about Cher, who was always gorgeous in the 60s and 70s, versus Cher when she was like, if I could turn back time. I mean, the glow up. Now, Cher was always evolving, okay? But if you were just to look at a picture of her when she was all gypsies, tramps, and thieves, to if I could turn back time and doing the SOS, the USS tours and all of that stuff, that's a glow up. There's a difference in the way that you look. It's an aesthetic, but it's also an energy. And that's the thing that I want to convey for you today. In order for that to happen, there does have to be a recognition of things that are or are not working for you, how you can adjust that, and how you can move yourself into the future. So usually your glow up is predicated with a lot of, before you glow up, there may be some painful realizations, endings of relationships, things of that nature. I think Khloe Kardashian had a show called Revenge Body, where essentially the body that she purchased was her glow up after being cheated on and various traumas and dramas that happened in her life. So there is this idea that revenge is a dish best served cold, but if you grow and you turn into this amazing person through pain, adversity, and strife, that is a glow up. You can have a spiritual glow up. You can have an aesthetic glow up. There are people that we watch weight loss journeys, for sure, where they might go from being overweight to actually at their weight, and that's a glow up for them. There are people who have health and fitness journeys who may not have issues with weight, but definitely with adjusting their body mass and whatnot, and you can see like the muscular structure increase. That's a glow up for them. But the thing that all glow ups have in common is usually a realization and a deep look at yourself, and then having to make an adjustment. And the other thing that they have in common is usually they're incubated. See, when Khloe was getting all those surgeries, we didn't see what she looked like in the interim. What we saw was the before and the after. And in order for a glow up to be effective, there needs to be a dramatic before and after. People need to see the before and know where you were at, to enjoy and really relish and honor the after. So that's the thing that I want you to know about that. There is a magic in incubation, and I think I have that on here. One of the videos I have is Mum's the word for manifestation. But if you're wanting to manifest a glow up, shut up about it. It's best if nobody knows. We see Melissa McCarthy before, like if she's on Mike and Molly, one of my favorite actresses, hilarious comedic talent, and then we see her later, right? And what do we see later? A Melissa McCarthy that is more slender. We don't know exactly what happened, but she definitely changed, and there was a quote-unquote glow-up for her, even though she's always beautiful and funny to me. One thing that is important with this is not so much to advertise that you're doing it, but to just embody it, and it needs taking accountability. That's what I mean by growing up. In order to change your look, your health, your body, your finances, you can have a financial glow-up. I watch people on Dave Ramsey do their debt-free scream. They had a financial glow-up. They went from impoverished or poverty consciousness and lack to a great abundance and saving and withholding their money in order to live. What is this slogan? Live like nobody else, so later you can live like nobody else, right? So live today like nobody else, meaning structure yourself, restrict yourself so that you can retire at 50. That's a glow up. But it's done with strategy, it's done with adult forethought and maturity, and it's done quietly. You don't have to advertise every day. Hey y'all, I'm about to glow up. The glow up is happening. Watch me glow up. Here I glow. No, you just stay in your lane and you work quietly. And one day the world will announce your glow up for you. Some friend, a family member, a lover, a bestie, someone in your life, a coworker, a colleague will say, whoa, your glow up is real. But in order to do that, there was a maturity, a maturation process that was quiet and maybe hard and maybe took diligence and repetition, and it was boring. In order to glow up, you have to embrace those boring moments where I say you'd like to put a soundtrack over your life and fast forward it so that you can get to the good, juicy parts. Make yourself a soundtrack. That's one of my tips for a proper glow up, is create your glow up soundtrack. If you're glowing up because you're manifesting love or new partnership, or you're glowing up because you're manifesting financial solvency, if you're glowing up because you're manifesting health, make a soundtrack and a playlist for that. We all have everything, Tidal, Spotify, Apple. We all can make a playlist now, and even if you can't, y'all, there's still CDs to be burnt if you need to do it. So I don't think anybody's doing any tapes anymore, but there are still things that can be done where you're able to really harness the power of your glow up so that you can imbue yourself with that kind of repetition. Right now, the song that's part of my own personal, emotional, and career glow up is, I think it's Guile Chester. It's actually by Drake. And one of the lines, he says, "I'm so hot, yeah, I'm so right now. Who's not gang? Let me find out." And that has really surrounded my life, because that is something that I'm living in my career right now. But the who's not gang related to personal things, meaning if you're not loyal, if you're not on board, if you're not with me, you can't have Drake started from the bottom, now we're here, if someone's not gang. The reason Drake has his crew and he's running through the sixth with his woes, as he says, meaning running through the streets with his friends, is because those friends were loyal. So for me, that's a big theme in my life right now. Who's not gang? Let me find out. Let me find out, and I'm going to cut him out. That's part of a glow up too. Sometimes understanding who or what things need to be left behind in order to facilitate that you're able to get to the next level. Because if you're trying to glow up is the operative word, right? Not just to glow, up, ascend, climb, evolve, right? Then you need to make sure that you are cutting off the weights that might be around your ankles, the albatrosses, the things that might drag you down, anybody that doesn't believe in your dream. You don't have to tell your dream to everybody when you're glowing up, but you need to have one or two people maybe that you can trust, and maybe sometimes not a single person but your God. But what I will tell you is you must let go of some things in order to glow up like that. When the glow ups happen after breakups, what is the thing that we've let go? We have jettisoned the toxic ex or the baggage from a relationship, and that gives you time to refocus on yourself. Glow ups happen because we grow up, because we usually are assessing internally. It's a very hermit energy when you go within and you're seeking, guys. And I'm going to see if I can find the card so I can show you what this looks like. This is the card of the hermit, right? And this is the energy that you have to take on when you're glowing up. This is Virgoian energy of being very circumspect and the architect of the life you want. This is going within and asking, who am I? And you see how she's emanating a glow? Quite literally, because when you are in silence and by yourself, when you're in the solitude of a moment, of maybe of a trauma, or maybe a decision to change your life in a 180-degree direction, when you're in that moment, what you need to understand is that's exactly where you're supposed to be. And it is from those moments that we can really find our internal glow. This is what happens when you take time to glow up. You go within and you ask that question like the hermit. You become a student of yourself. How many calories do I need to get to my right body? How many dating sites do I need to apply to statistically to pull in the mate I'm looking for? How much money do I need to save each week to be able to do a debt-free scream? That moment where you go inside yourself turns into this moment with the Ace of Cups, where you are now radiating. And this is nothing you need to announce. When you're the Ace of Cups, you know who announces you? The universe. They have arrived. So grow up. Go within. Find that glow. And then the world will let you know. They see you. They see you, my empaths, my divine feminines, my divine masculines, my soulmates, my twin flames, my readers, my practitioners, my spiritualists, my metaphysicians, my Christians. They see you. My Muslims, my Buddhists, they see you. They see you glowing. So take some time to go within and grow up. And it is guaranteed that your glow up will not be missed. Thank you so much for joining me today. Come back and share some energy with me, and we will continue to glow and evolve together.